Hey there, and welcome. We're about to unlock the genius that's hiding in plain sight, right in your recycling bin. Yep, we're going to show you how everyday stuff, from paper to cardboard, holds the secrets to some absolutely mind-blowing scientific hacks. You ready to turn your junk into genius? Let's dive in. So, let me just throw this out there. Could a plain old piece of cardboard, something you were probably going to toss out, actually be more effective than a professional sharpening stone? I know, it sounds kind of crazy, but stick with me because we are about to completely flip that question on its head. All right, here's our game plan. We'll start by showing you the secret science lab you never knew you had. Then we'll play around with some invisible forces, mix up some chemistry right in your kitchen, and then we'll get to the ultimate cardboard hack before we send you off to make your own discoveries. So, where is this secret lab? Well, it's exactly where the slide says it is. It's in your house. You really don't need all the fancy beakers and burners to see science in action. Your home is already loaded with everything you need for some incredible experiments. And you know what the best part is? No special equipment needed. Seriously, all it takes is a little bit of curiosity and a couple of things you've definitely got lying around. We're about to turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. So, let's get right to it. Let's start with forces. I mean, you can't see them, but they're running the show all around us. We're going to make these invisible forces, well, visible, with a couple of super simple but really powerful little demos. Okay, check this out. If you push a balloon onto a single nail, all that force gets focused on one tiny little point. The pressure is huge, and pop. But what if you use a whole bed of nails? Now, that very same force is spread out over hundreds of points. The pressure on any one spot is way too low to pop the balloon. It's totally safe. See? Physics is pretty cool. So what's happening there is a core engineering idea called stress distribution. It's really just a fancy way of saying you're spreading the force over a bigger area to lower the pressure. And it's how you can make just about anything deceptively strong. Now let's take that exact same idea and apply it to structure. How in the world could a single flimsy piece of paper hold up something heavy like a book? The secret is all in the shape. A flat sheet just buckles right away. But if you fold that same piece of paper into a zigzag, like an accordion, it suddenly gets incredibly strong. Each one of those folds acts like a tiny column, distributing the weight. This is the exact same principle that makes corrugated cardboard so tough. Hang on to that thought. We're definitely coming back to it. Okay, let's switch gears from physics to chemistry. Your kitchen, it's basically a chemistry set just waiting for you to use it. You can whip up some really powerful reactions with stuff you cook with every single day. Here's a classic you might know. Grab a glass, throw in some baking soda and cooking oil. Add a few drops of whatever food coloring you like. And now for the magic moment. Pour in some vinegar. The vinegar and baking soda react, creating carbon dioxide gas, which carries those colored bubbles right up through the oil. Just like that, you've got a DIY lava lamp. But kitchen chemistry isn't just about making cool stuff to look at. It can be incredibly useful. Like our source material says, this is also a great idea if you want to fix something in a pinch. Have you ever tried this one? If you mix a little super glue with some ash or baking soda, it kicks off a chemical reaction that makes the glue harden almost instantly. And not only that, the bond it makes is way stronger than the glue on its own. It's a lifesaver for those quick emergency fixes around the house. And now, it's time for the main event. We're going to take everything we've just talked about, structure, pressure, even a bit of chemistry, and we're going to answer that question from the very beginning. We are about to turn a piece of literal trash into a high-performance sharpening tool. Okay, so first things first, get yourself some thick corrugated cardboard. Now remember that zigzag paper structure? That's what gives this stuff its hidden strength. Cut out a perfect circle, pop it onto an angle grinder or even a power drill, and make sure you lock it down tight with a bolt and some washers. Then, for that extra little bit of magic, just rub some polishing compound, or hey, even some of that fine ash we just used, right onto the edge. Now, when you flick the switch on this thing, that disc is going to spin at thousands of rotations per minute, and that incredible speed is the key to this whole thing. Now, here is the secret sauce. This isn't grinding. This is something called the stropping effect. So instead of chewing away metal like a normal sharpening stone, the high-speed cardboard actually realigns the tiny, microscopic teeth all along the blade's edge. It's kind of like combing the blade's hair back into a perfectly straight line, making it incredibly sharp again. And this is exactly why it works so unbelievably well. You barely need any pressure. You just let the speed do all the work. The friction polishes and realigns the edge. And since the cardboard has a little bit of flex, it's amazing for sharpening curved tools like axes or, those pruning shears that are always a total nightmare to get right on a flat stone. And the result is, well, it's just wild. You can take a dull, beat-up old tool and give it a finish that is literally razor sharp, all with a piece of cardboard you're about to throw out. Your neighbors will never believe you did it with trash. So, now that you've seen these principles in action, it's your turn. It's time for you to become the inventor and look around your own house to see what you can find. So, let's do a quick recap. We saw how you can demonstrate pressure distribution with just a few nails and a balloon. We used a simple chemical reaction with baking soda and glue to make super strong instant repairs. And we used friction and stropping with a piece of cardboard and a drill to make tools razor sharp. And that's really the big idea here. Science isn't some far-off concept that's locked away in a laboratory. It's right here, all around you. It's in your kitchen, it's in your workshop, and yes, it is absolutely in your recycling bin. So now that we've let you in on a few of these secrets, there's really only one question left. What everyday object are you going to investigate next?